Good morning, friends. I hope you guys had a fabulous holiday, my American friends, and that you were able to spend a little bit more time doing what you love, or spending time with people that you love. So today I wanted to talk about our desires, our decision making, and what is getting in the way of our authenticity. How do all of these connect? I know you guys are sitting at the edge of your seats right now. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the episode. This might be one of those that you want to jot down a couple notes or journal on later. So if you need to, or if you feel so inclined, grab a piece of paper and a pen, and let's go ahead and get started. Hey friend, welcome to Deep Healing for Creative Entrepreneurs. My name is Aubrey Barr, and I am a subconscious release technique practitioner and photography business owner. I know you are sick of ending your day feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, and you are seeking a solution to help you feel creatively inspired and actively engaged in your business as well as personal life. In this podcast, we are going to dig into any limiting beliefs or subconscious programs that are keeping you in a space filled with anxiety and stress. This work is not a temporary solution for your life. No, this is a complete transformation. So grab your coffee or tea and let's start you on the road to healing. And let me just say, you can do this. You are worth it, and you are meant to thrive in life and business. So let's dig in. I had something on my mind over this wonderful weekend that we just had, and it was so overwhelming that my manifesting generator side just took it and ran with it full speed. And to be honest with you, it is quite literally the answer to many questions that I've been asking myself, but that also people have been asking me. So I am just super excited to share this knowledge with you guys today, and I hope it shakes something up in you. I hope it gives you a little boost and says, wait a second, what is going on here? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about desires first. A lot of us have desires in our lives that we absolutely feel so inclined to follow. We don't know why, but we have such a desire to do a certain thing. Now, it's not going to be everything to everyone, right? And many of us do not have countless of these. Many of us are limited in the things that we do desire. But some things are easily coming to us and other things are not. I think we can all agree with that. So how does desire move into decision making? Okay, on the other side of our desires is this beautiful place where everything works out, and anything we've asked for, anything we've manifested, it's just sitting there. It's like, hey, like, what is your problem? Why didn't you come get me yet? What's going on here, right? Who, raise of hands, even though I can't see you, who has spent time learning how to manifest only to realize that you're spinning your wheels? Okay. I'm not saying it never works. Okay. But I'm saying there's a lot more to it than just that. So oftentimes what happens is we have these desires and we look to them and we're like, oh my gosh, this would be so amazing. And like I said, sometimes it works, and other times we fall so far short that we often let go of them. Now, I venture to say, just being in the field that I'm in, that some of these desires are being blocked by our inability to trust our intuition, or our inability to dream bigger, or, I'm like flooding with so many ors. Another one would be that we honestly do not think we deserve what's on the other side of that. Like, no matter how we try, our subconscious mind is telling us, but you don't really deserve that. You're not worthy of that. Like, no, that's not going to happen, because good things don't happen to you. These are all things that consciously we can say, oh, I'm just going to get rid of that. I'm going to do some tapping. I'm going to rewire my brain. I'm going to be good to go. Yeah, maybe not, right? Maybe you actually need to dig into those a bit and release them subconsciously, which I find to be quite easy, but that's because I'm trained in it. From the outside, a lot of people try to do this for years and do not get very far. So I wanted to talk about desire because I want you guys so badly to look at your desires and say, you know what? I am actually going to go for that. I don't care if I'm in my 50s. I don't care if I'm, debilitating, have some kind of illness where I can't leave my couch. Like, I don't care. I'm going to go for these desires. I'm going to steam ahead and actually accomplish steps to get me there. This is called dreaming big, right? When we summarize it, that's what it is. And even those words, I find a lot of people that I work with have programming around dreaming big. They automatically shut down. They automatically feel anxiety. They feel fight or flight. Like they honestly don't get it. They're not able to switch that and actually turn on those dreams and desires. So when it comes to decision making with these desires in mind, I could tell you all day long, hey, in order to get to the other side of these desires, you need to look at them square in the eye and you need to take actionable steps to get you there. Okay? Yes. Hello. All of us can say, yeah, actually that's probably what you need to do. But that's not it. We have to recognize that some of these decisions we're making are the result of the programming telling us that we can't have those desires. So when you come across something where you're like, this is an awesome opportunity, this is going to get me, over to this other side. It's going to get me to a place where, okay, I'm going to bring up a client of mine. So Dee was dealing a lot with things going on with the family. A lot. Every day, super stress, super anxiety, like just filled with overwhelm all the time. She was doing all the things for everybody, for her kids, for her spouse, and her job. And so what was happening is she had these desires to step away from some of these things. But when she would go to a point where she could make a decision, she could say, okay, I'm going to hire so-and-so to help with this part of what's going on in my life. And therefore, it's going to free up some time, right? Because time was a big thing for her. And what would happen was she would go to make the decision and she would automatically start pulling away from it. Like, nope, actually, I can't do it. I can't do it because, and come up with all these excuses. And I'm saying they're excuses because we know what her desires are. We know that she wants to free up some time. We know that she wants to free up some responsibility so that she can spend time on herself and really, really focus on, you know what, I'd like to get some yoga in. I'd like to get some meditation. I'd like to take a course where I can free up my mind and release some of this anxiety. But she couldn't do it because she couldn't even make the decision. So understand that what's going on in the background is so important to decision making. So a lot of people will say, well, it just didn't feel right. And you guys know I'm 100% for feeling into your intuition. You know what is best for you. You absolutely can make all of your decisions based off of your intuition. If you were super aligned and super authentic to what you want, those feelings and those answers come through pretty easily. But most of us aren't there. So this is, now we're switching into authenticity. Are the decisions that you're making truly authentic to your life and what you want from it? And unfortunately, for a lot of women, me included, I've definitely been there. For a lot of us, they are not. We are living a lie. We are living a lie that allows people around us to be more comfortable. Right? It allows our coworkers to depend on us. It allows our spouses to get everything taken care of, right? We'll do everything, right? Or it allows our children to know they can always depend on us even for the tiniest things where you know how that goes with children. So these lies and this inauthentic way of living over time weighs on us. So when you're in the position that you have been living inauthentic. So these are big things around, well, I haven't been exercising. I haven't been taking time for myself. I haven't been eating right because I'm rushing all the time, right? All of these things add up and they absolutely put us in a state of physical and emotional misalignment. A lot of people will say, well, now I'm going to try to, lose weight. Well, you can't lose weight because you're holding on to so much of that emotion. that has been built up over time. So believe me when I tell you guys that you do not want it to get to that point. You do not want your choices and your lack of decision making to get you into a position where you end up not being able to thrive. And maybe you're already there. Maybe you've been stuck. Maybe you feel like you are stuck in the same little routine that you've always done and it's just killing you, right? Maybe you feel like you don't get inspiration at all from your daily life. Maybe you feel like you work so hard all day long, you're so busy, and yet when you lay your head on your pillow at night, all you feel is dread, anxiety, overwhelm, embarrassment. And there's a part of you that's like, I do not feel good about the way things are going right now. Yeah, you don't really want it to get there, but I know some of you are there. If you weren't, you probably wouldn't be listening to this, right? If you can't at least understand that that emotional side of us carries so much weight, then you probably wouldn't be listening to this podcast. But here we are. And, I've had so many clients like this, all women who have came to me just feeling this despair about where they're at in their life. And they say, Aubrey, how can you help me? And for a while I did one-on-one sessions with people, and that was nice. And that was super helpful for them. Most people would graduate pretty quickly. But I wanted to offer all of them more. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. And I didn't know what the framework would be. But recently I have gotten so much more clarity about what I would like to offer people, what they need from me, and what feels good for both of us, where it's a win-win situation. Because I obviously don't have enough bandwidth to do one-on-one sessions with people all the time, right? That's just, I'm one person, right? But I would like to offer a membership. And this came to me the other day, and I'm just running with it like crazy because it feels so freaking good to me. So it's going to be called We Are Magnetic Women. And this membership is a 1-year-long membership. This is specifically for women who are high achieving. And I know that's going to trigger some people. They're going to say, oh, that's not me. I don't actually do a lot, or I don't get enough done, or my to-do list is still crazy. Okay, you guys, release the word high achieving and stay with me for a minute. This is for women who are high achieving individuals, either at work, with their spouses, with their own business, with their kids, even with volunteering. All of this would work for you. And these women are stressed out. They're overwhelmed. They have done all they can. They have tried therapy and they're kind of sick of it. It doesn't provide the results that they would like. They have tried all sorts of breathing techniques and yoga and meditation, and they're sitting there going, nothing can help me. I'm screwed. If that is you, then this membership is absolutely designed specifically for you. So every month I will be dropping a course in the membership, so you will have access to it. It will be a course that I will sell separately, like outside of it, but it's going to be at a higher price point. So the membership actually saves you a lot of money just because you're going to get access to all of my offerings easily and in a group setting. So what does that look like? Well, you'll be able to do the modules on your own. You'll have access to all the meditations. You'll have access to all of the clearings, and we will be doing a live Q&A at least once a month, but I'm looking at twice a month. This is the very first that I've ever ran like this. But I do follow through on what I say I'm going to do. So I feel very strongly that this is going to be freaking incredible and just a no-brainer for so many of you. But I will say that I am offering it at a discounted rate because of that, because it's new and it's fresh. And I want to build you guys up. Like, I want to build a community of women that are working on loving themselves in a way that they've never even touched before. They are putting themselves out there. They are following their desires making decisions in line with those desires and not against them, right? We're not hiding away from big dreams anymore. We're not cowering away in the corner because maybe the dream wouldn't fit for somebody else. We're not people pleasing anymore, right? There's so many things we're not doing anymore. And we're going to have the support of each other. So it's going to be awesome. Expect a ton of transformation. Expect growth that you've never seen before. And I can confidently say that because I have so many reviews where that's exactly what my clients have said. They've said they've spent so much time and energy on outside sources like therapy, weekly sessions, monthly sessions for years and years, and have never gotten the results they've gotten in just a few sessions with me. So we're definitely onto something here. This is going to grow into being something massive. I have big dreams for it. What can I say? Huge dreams. But if you want in on it now, you're going to get it at the best rate. You're going to be my OGs, right? My original gangsters, right? So you're going to be there from the beginning. You're going to get access to everything. Every month, we will focus on a certain aspect of this woman that you're trying to become. So there's going to be a month on the giver. There's going to be a month on the pleaser. All of these things add up into becoming a better version of yourself and put you in a place where you can confidently attract more things into your life, right? So that's why the magnetic part of it comes in, is because we want to attract things into our lives. We don't want to have to push for things. We don't want to have to argue for things. Living in a feminine state will allow us to attract all of the things that we need in our lives. Okay. So when it comes to going for your desires, we're actually going to call them in. And I will teach you how to call them in. And it's not as simple as a lot of people would like to think, like a cookie cutter version, right? Because we all have our own background noise that's telling us why this wouldn't work or why we shouldn't go for it or whatever it is. So it really needs a one-to-one touch. And that's why this group with having the Q&A and everything is going to help you to be able to get to a state where when you call those things in, you are ready. You're ready to receive. So many of us have problems with that as well. So if you listen to my other episodes, you will always see these things come up. This is something that I preach on a lot. This is absolutely a huge part of my business in general. And I just attract women that need this. And so it's really time for this to be birthed into the world. And I'm so glad that you're here for it. I will put it in the show notes. You guys can pull up the link. You can sign up. I will tell you that the first 10 spots are ridiculously cheap. Okay. I don't even like using that word, but hey, we don't worry about word connotations here. It's ridiculous. It's a no-brainer. Okay. So use the code FOUNDER with a capital F and you will get access to it. And I will be sending out a link to access all my meditations like right off the bat, but we will be dropping our first course in December. So technically the membership will start in December and I will update the modules when I can so that you guys will see what all the dates are. But you guys, seriously, when I offer something, I give you a framework about what you can expect, and then I always over deliver. That's what I do. I can't help it, okay? I try to help it, but the thing is that I feed so much off of what the group needs that as I work with people and they say, man, I've always had issues with this, I will make a program about it. I will put you guys in a place where you can receive so much healing and leveling up in life. It's just going to be a kick-ass year. That's all I have to say about it. I know it was a lot, but yes, I cannot wait to see you guys in there. Like, I just cannot wait to build this up. This feeds my soul so much. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I look forward to hearing from you. Hit me up with any questions. The email is going to be in the show notes. And yeah, have an awesome Tuesday. All right, talk soon. I hope this podcast spoke to you in some way. If it did, please go ahead and leave me a review and subscribe so that I know you're enjoying what you hear. And further, if you know somebody else who owns their own creative business and struggles with anything that we spoke about, please pass this on, because it is my hope that we will be able to build a community of like-minded individuals who love on each other and appreciate the many facets that make our creative business so unique. And lastly, check out the show notes to find my free Facebook community and other useful links to work with me. All right, friend, see you soon.